Actual situation in Nepal is actually quite hard. So in this year, in May 25, we had a big devastating earthquake, and that killed thousands of people, and thousands of people become homeless. A lot of historical buildings and monasteries, old temple, totally damaged, destroyed, and many of them damaged partly. So it is very, very hard, and particularly in the countryside, in the remote village areas, people are suffering a lot because their simple house, the simple house that they used to live, is totally destroyed, and the new house for them, their house has not been built yet. So now winter is approaching. It's on the highland on the Nepal, in the mountains, there is very cold, snow. So it is very, very hot. And that is the general in Nepal situation, and particularly now and recently, since new constitution of Nepal was introduced, the part of the country people are not satisfied with this, and so therefore there are a lot of political demonstrations, kind of like crisis. So that causes a blockade of all the supplies that usually comes from India are blocked, and this has been more than 2 months now. So because of this, now oil and cooking gas, mainly this is totally we cannot get, only very limited amount. And at the same time, all the supplies, essential daily supplies, including many the basic foods that normally comes from India, are all blocked. So people are suffering a lot. They don't have so much cooking gas. They don't have oils to go to travel, and then transportation has been so difficult. So according to Nepalese government information, about only like 10% of normal kind of movement of transportation has been moving. So rest have totally kind of like paralyzed. So that is the situation. So we have a lot of problems. So now concerning the need is, of course, generally in Nepal, we need the help of rebuilding and reconstructions of the damages that is caused by the earthquake. And then now, because of this, for the reconstructions, all the materials are getting much more expensive than normal, because everybody is trying to build something. The top of this, recent blockage caused much more difficult. Even if you have some money, you cannot buy. The things cannot get available. So this is our condition. So therefore, of course, we need a lot of help in terms of the mainly for financially, because of the reconstruction needs financial means. And then, as I explained, it has been very expensive. That is thing. Then now, this is generally. So now, specifically in our monastery, compared to other people, the major damages that was occurred in Nepal, particularly in Kathmandu, our monastery has very little damage. So we have been very, very lucky that we didn't have so much kind of structural damage. And the most important thing is that no one in our monastery was hurt. So we are very, very grateful for that itself. However, of course, that because of this very strong shake, So many parts of our building has been cracked and many part of them damaged. So therefore, since last since last August, I can say, we have been now working for repairing part of the damages that happened in the monastery. So we are repairing, but still not part of the buildings we have repaired, then, but still many parts we have not completed. And then we asked to professional engineer to assist all the building that we have and generally all our monastery land, because has been located on the slope of mountain. And then when we initially built the monastery, it was not really done a really professional way because of the limited of our financial means. So it was built very kind of free way. So therefore, the engineers found that it is very necessary to for the safety of the future. It is very necessary to build some important major kind of retaining walls, so that the buildings that we built on the top of mountain would not collapse in future if something happened. So this has not started because of the lack of financial means. So therefore, we are trying to build step by step. We are doing our best, and so far we have been able to repair, and we have been able to feed our monks. Even we have been able to help to several villagers in the remote area that we have connected, and also our part of our local village people by providing some of the material, building materials, and also foods and medicines like that. So these are all mainly thanks to the support that we received from our friends and supporters and our Sangha members all around the world. So I very much appreciate your help and your support, and I'm very grateful. So on behalf of all the community of Triten Norbutse Monastery and all our Khenpo community in Nepal, I would like to thank you everyone. Thank you very much.